What is going on, everybody? We are back with another video, and today I did something I think I'd never do. If you see my post on Instagram, if you follow me at Cryptic on Instagram, I ripped apart my 10-gallon tank. So a lot of you guys loved the 10-gallon puffer tank. It came down to it was just a sporadic decision to rip it apart. I was doing water changes today, and I decided, I'm like, man, something ain't right. And one of the problems was the fact that there was a ton of algae. I had an algae outbreak. And what is algae? Algae is is broken down organic material. There was a ton of Java fern that started dying off in the tank. Why, I don't know. I'm using a planted tank substrate. I have a planted light. My sister actually got me the fluval plant light, the 3.0, whatever it's called, for Christmas. So I've been running that. I don't do CO2 or none of that stuff. I use all low tech plants and stuff. But I had an algae outbreak, and a lot of the Java fern just started dying, and I'm like, I gotta change this. So I'll turn the camera around. This is what we're working with. There's a bunch of algae laying around. I'm gonna do a water change on this. I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. Some of the puffers are out. Some of them are hiding behind the filters right now. They don't like the fact that I changed this stuff. They don't. They hate it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do a water change on this, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a second. So with the water change done, and I tried to clean up the tank, some of the algae off the glass, definitely missed a bunch. The tank is still dirty. There's still a bunch of stuff floating around. But it is a lot better than it was. The filter that hang on the back is definitely gonna help clear it up. The sponges are running again. I cleaned them. I gotta put that piece of hose back on that one. It came off. But all in all, it's not as bad as it looks in person. But we're definitely going to rescape this tank. We're going to keep using the planted tank light. And the peat puffers are staying. Of course, obviously, I would never get rid of these guys. We're just going to do a rescape on this. So when I said dead plants, that is all dead or half dead Java fern. And this is what's left. A little bit there, and a little bit there. Out of the 3 mats that were in this tank, and then there's some little ones here. There's some new growth. So we have Java fern to rescape this. We have plants here to rescape this. I don't know if I'm going to use the piece of driftwood that was in there. I definitely probably will incorporate it into the new scape. And if you guys don't know, this scape that was in this tank was actually a good friend of mine actually helped me with this over the internet. We went back and forth messaging, and I was sending him pictures and stuff like that. But my buddy Mike Doby over at DIY Aqua Pros, definitely shout out to him because he helped me so much when it came to escaping this tank. I'm sad to see the fact that I ripped it all apart, but we're gonna put something else in here. We're going to try and make it just as good. And Mike, I hope you like the new scape if you're watching this. And I'll catch up with you guys in a second here. So I got some pieces of sear stone. And I know they kind of look green in the bucket, but trust me, they're not. I actually used this on the 40-gallon tank when it was a silica grow out. And fun fact, I added all the fish that I had down at the shop into the tank, the Impanga Reds, the OBs. Unfortunately, the Electric Blue Acara did not make it, so I was sad to not have them anymore. But all the Impanga Reds are in here. The two new OB Peacocks are in here. There's the yellow one up there, and then there's the Red Empress. So all this steer stone I actually used in the 40-gallon when it was a grow-out cichlid tank, back when I had a different colony of Impanga Reds. So I'm going to set this up on the tripod. I'm going to see what we can figure out for escape in here. Some of these pieces are big, so I might have to run outside and bust them up with a hammer. But we'll see what we can do here. Alright, so let's see what we can figure out here. I do want to incorporate the piece of wood that I used back into the tank. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in first. And I'm going to kick the light to the side here. So I think we're going to set it in just like this. We'll push it down into the substrate a little bit. Alright, so that can be our centerpiece. And then we got this big piece of stone here. So I might actually put this in the back. Maybe turn it a little bit. So what I want to do is, because it's such a small tank with the bigger rocks, I want to create depth. So if I can do that with these bigger ones, I'm going to 100% do it. So this one's more flat. I don't know if it's going to stand up. But we're going to pull this, kind of angle it maybe a little bit so we can get this rock behind it. I don't really like that. Alright guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to run outside and I'm going to bust these rocks up with a hammer, and we're going to get some smaller pieces. Alright, so I got the rocks broke up, and we're going to see if we can kind of just create a little bit of depth here. Get this piece of algae out of here. Alright, I got 2 more pieces here I want to use. So I wasn't able to bust up that really big piece. If you don't know, sear stone is very, very hard. So when it comes to breaking it, it's not as easy as breaking dragon stone. Now keeping in mind, we are going to put plants in here, guys. Let's see if we can do something like this. I always make like making little archways and stuff. I think that's really cool. And again, always do what you want with your scape. Who cares about what anybody else thinks? It's all about what you like and what you prefer. And I never plan these scapes out. I always just kind of do them as it, you know, I just kind of put the stuff in as it, as I see it. And I am liking that. So, with that done, let me wipe this piece of algae off the glass here. Toothbrushes come in handy, guys, when you're cleaning little tanks like this, trying to get in small spaces and stuff. Work great. Alright. So, we have our Java fern. And let's see if we can just kind of place it somewhere in the tank. See if we can find a spot we like. So we do have one of the mats left, and I think I'm gonna go back here with this one. We got that one back there. There's a piece of dead leaf on here. Some algae coming off them. I'm gonna get my I don't really use aquascaping tools, but I do have a pair of hemostats, and I do have a pair of long scissors for trimming. Work great. These are just foldable scissors. Do that, and let's grab the other one. And I think we'll do this one on the other side. If I can get behind the rock, I might have to move the rocks a little bit. We're going to take this one out at the second so we can get behind here. I'm going to place that one in there like that. We'll get our piece of rock here, and we'll put it like this. And get these leaves out of the way. All right. So there's that. And I gotta say, I mean, I've got some smaller Java fern like this. You can actually, my hemostats, this piece of algae. And keep in mind, guys, the tank is gonna clear up. It's gonna look a lot better than it does right now. But I think we'll plant that there. Just cover that up. And let's see if we got another small piece we could toss up here in the front on the other side. Alright, so everything that I have is like new growth, so it's not that big. So we might have to clump some of these together just to get a nice look. They're not going to be as big as that one whatsoever, but let me see if I can find a nice one. That one's pretty nice. We use that one. That one's not too bad. Alright, we'll just take these, we'll clump our roots up, and we'll spread out once they get a chance to actually root. Just bury that in there like that. And I think that's what we're going to stick with, guys. We'll pull the light back over so it shines the whole thing. Yeah, there we got it. Like I said, when it comes down to scaping, always do what you like. Let me zoom out here. Always do what you like. Never care about what anybody else has to say about your scape. It's not about what they like. It's about what you like. Like I said, when it comes down to scaping, I always just kind of, just place stuff wherever. And if I like it, I like it. If not, I'll pull it and change it. Definitely, I hope that I inspire, some people to do their own scapes. Because I'm a rookie. I'm not no, Aqua Pros or George Farmer, if you guys know who that is. But I think I can do decent with what I have, with what materials I have available to me. And like I said, everything in here I had already. I didn't purchase any of this stuff today or this week or nothing. This piece of wood was in there in the previous scape. I had all the sear stone from the 40 gallon over there. The Java Fern mats, I have one left, but it was the one that was doing the worst. I think we're going to stick with what we got. We'll see how the puffers react and make sure they don't get territorial, being there's not a ton of hiding places now. But we'll definitely be able to see them a lot better. And we'll come back to this in a little bit. We'll give the water some time to clear up. Maybe I'll toss some activated carbon in the hang on the back just to help clear up the water. All right, guys, so this is where we're at with this. Revisiting, we got our 2 Java Fern mats in the back to create more depth, as well as the taller rocks. And then we have our smaller rocks in the front here with our 2 little Java Ferns, a piece of wood in the middle, and that's really it. I mean, this is pretty simplistic. Like I said, I had everything on hand to do this. And it was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. But sorry for the shaky camera. This is not an expensive thing to do here. I mean, you could probably do this setup for probably, all in all, you could probably do it for maybe like 50, 75, 100 bucks. It's not going to cost you a lot. 10-gallon tanks are not expensive. Sear stone is not expensive. We sell it by the pound on our website. The driftwood, not expensive. And the plants obviously are not expensive. The Java Fern mats are a little bit more expensive. But your single Java Ferns or your other plants, you know, they're not horribly expensive. So I hope you guys enjoy the scape. I hope you maybe, you know, could have took something from this on scaping on your own. If you guys liked the video and you stuck around this long, definitely hit the thumbs up and leave a like on this video. I just want to say thank you so much for over 400 subscribers. I think we're over 450. So you guys keep being awesome. So much love from me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.